Okay. So today we will discuss about subqueries, grouping the data with rollup and derived tables. Okay. So first of all, we discuss about subqueries. So what is subqueries? What are the operators available while using subqueries? So subquery means the output of inner query that is submitted to the outer query. Okay, so that is subquery. So we have two tables, employee table and department table. Here common column is, mapping column is department number. Okay. Now, if I pass department name as a input, I want to get the employees available under this department name. So how do I write? Here there is a mapping column called department number. So first of all, we will pass department name to the department table and we will get department number, and that department number we will submit it to the employee table. Okay, so here our task is passing name as a parameter. Okay. So our goal is getting employee records under that D name. So first of all, we will go for department table where D name equal to sales. Okay. So we will get that department number. So department number. If you know the department number, then we can easily get the employee records which belongs to that department number. So DEPT number equal to 30. So this is the query. Okay. So, but here I am taking DEPT number which is based on the department name sales, and then I am executing another query. Okay. So instead of doing like this, we can use subquery concept like this. Like now you can execute. Okay. So here first this is called inner query and this is called outer query. Okay. Or this query is called nested query. We can call it as inner query or nested query. So the query which will exist between the brackets, that is called inner query or nested query, and outside the brackets that query is called outer query. So here there is a problem. If you put equal to, if the subquery returns multiple values, then this query executes to fail. Like where department number in research. Okay. See this error. Okay. So if you put in order to accept multiple values, then we have to use in operator. Okay, let me say this one. Okay, so this is the way to write the subqueries. And there is another way to write the queries. So here same syntax. No, different. Correlated subqueries. Okay. Correlated subquery means, let us take one example. Okay. So this will return employee number from department number. All the details it will return. Suppose I want to get the department name or location. So how do I write? I can use joins. So then I will get. Okay, if you use joins concept, then it will join two tables and you will get the required columns from those two tables. Okay, so there is another way is called correlated queries. Here select from DAPT where DAPT number equal to E. So E dot DAPT number. Here dname. See this. Here you can give dname. See here E is called alias name for employee table, and here this is subquery, correlated subqueries. Okay, so here I am calling DEPT table. From the DEPT table I am taking dname where department number equal to E dot department number. That means this department number, it is passed to this query. Okay, this is correlated queries. But remember this approach, it is not recommended. Why? Because this is performance issue you will get. Okay, so how that performance will be degraded means, here how many records are there? 14 records. Okay, for 14 records you are going to call this subquery. Suppose assume that if the table contains 1000 records or 1 lakh records, then you need to call this subcorrelated query for 1000 times or 1 lakh times. Okay, that is not a good practice. So you need to use joins concept that will be discussed in next session. Okay, this is correlated queries. Next, exist. What is the purpose of exist operator? So exist means, as it name itself, it will test for the existence of rows. For example, I am going to display employee table records, which is based on department DPT. Okay, so I am going to write here exist operator. So you will get the Sorry, I missed where condition here. So you will get the records. Okay. Suppose here you are going to get the records from the employee table. That condition depends upon the existence of records in department table. If the department table does not produce any records, if it produces only it will produces 0 records, then you are not going to get the records from employee table. Okay, if you execute this subquery, then what will happen? You are going to get the records. That's why you are going to get the records from employee table. Okay, for example, I am going to write some DEPT number equal to 50. 50 record 50 department number is not available in department table. Then what will happen? Is this query returns any records? No. Okay. Now we will see what will happen. See, here employee table does not return any records. Why? Because here subquery fails to return the records. Okay. See this, quite opposite, not exist. If the subquery fails to return the records and if you use not exist, then you will get the records from the main table, that is not exist. Okay, exist, not exist. Do you understand exist and not exist difference?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now any. Yeah, I am going to take these two tables, employee number 20, 30. Where salary greater than well, subquery returns more than one row. So here so this before going to see the details, then I'm going to execute 3 queries at a time, then only you can easily understandable the purpose of any. Okay, so any means it will return true if the comparison is true for any of the values returned by the subquery. Okay, so this first one here, this is the employee 20 table. Okay, here I am going to put the condition where salary greater than any one of the salary from employee 30. Okay, so see this, any one of the salary from employee 30. So this is the employee 30 table, and see this third query. So what are the records you are getting? So in employee number 20, how many records are there? 5. Okay, employee number 20. 36, finally you are getting 4. Okay, any means it will consider what will be the minimum salary from employee 30 table. Okay, so from employee 30 table, what will be the minimum salary? 950. Okay, so here 950. So assume like this, 950. Okay, If you execute this query, what will happen? Whatever the records are having salary greater than 950, that records you are going to get. So that's what you are getting. See this, all the salary from the table, that salary are greater than 950. Okay, so this is any operator. Any operator means it will consider minimum salary from the subquery table. What will be the minimum value? So it will take that value and then give it to the main query. Okay, so that is any. All means quite opposite, max salary. So same definition, it will return true if the comparison is true for all the values returned by the subquery. Okay, so all the values means it will take maximum value. Any value means it will take minimum value. Okay, so we'll execute like this, then only we can easily understandable. So observe this, in employee number 30 table, what will be the maximum salary value? That means highest salary value, 2850. So what are the records available which are having salary greater than 2850? So this one is, and this one, only 3 records. See this output, 2975, 3000, 3000. Okay, so here we can write like this. It will consider minimum value. All means it will consider maximum value. This is the easiest way to remember. Okay, or else we can write here max of salary. You can remove this and execute it. See, same records we are getting. Okay, here we can test it like this. Here min of salary. See, 4 records, 2975, 3000, 1100, 3000. 2975, 3000, 1100, 3000. Okay, so that is about any and all operator. Next one is grouping data. So we have discussed some group by functions, I mean aggregate functions, min, max, average, sum, count, and group concat. Okay, so one more function is the rollup function. So what will be the purpose of this function is, it will generate multiple grouping set and considering a hierarchy between columns specified in the group by class. That means generally in real time, rollup class will be used to generate totals, I mean subtotals and grand totals. Okay. So first of all, I will write one query. Select star from employee. Here I am going to display the employees count, that is department wise employees count, and group by DEPT number. See what will happen. So this is the count. Now I want to calculate the total number of records, and that will be the displayed at the end of this result set. Okay, then you need to use rollup. Okay, with roll up. Okay, you see this 14 6 5 3. Okay, here you can write department number and job wise. See this here, department wise it will display as the count. After that, total count. Okay, so this is about rollup. So it will use it to calculate the subtotals and grand total. Subtotals means department wise count. Okay, this one, this one. Grand total means total department wise count 14. Okay, next, derived tables. So here, in order to replace the null value, then what to do? See this. If null, comma, if department number is null, then I want to display total as DEPT number. Execute it. See, total, it will be displayed. And job also, it is coming as null. Then you can write. You can use the coercive function also. Coercive of if job is null, then you can write subtotal. Alias name I am giving, and here also alias name. Let's see this. See here subtotal it is there, and again subtotal, subtotal. Okay, and here for department number equal to total, then you are going to get subtotal. Okay, so this is the way to give the names, subtotal and total names. So generally these types of scenario will come when you are going to use rollup. So next, derived tables. So derived table means it is a virtual table returned from a select statement, and generally it is used to simplify the complex queries. Okay, it is just like a temporary table, but no need to create the temporary table. I mean, no need to write the query to create the temporary table. Okay, just like temporary table, and it is uh, very simple to write compared to the temporary table. So in order to create the temporary table, we need to write the query create temporary table, create temporary table, some table name. Okay, so like that we need to write the query. But here derived table, no need to write the query. Okay, it is simple. And so what is the purpose of derived table means? Just uh, writing simple queries. That means writing complex queries in simplest form. Okay. So let us take this task here. Something it is getting confused. Okay. So I am simplifying this query like first one, see, this is the actual query. Okay. This is the actual query. Okay, here I have given like this. So this is the actual query. Okay, so derived table syntax is you put this query into brackets, okay, and give some alias name. That's it. Okay, you just write select star from. Okay, so same result. So here I didn't change main query, and I am putting this entire query into the brackets, and at the starting position I am writing select star from. Okay, from this table select star from A. Okay, so here you can write this remaining logic, so whatever you want here. So select star means these three columns you will get, so you can write same logic. And count I am not displaying here, so that I am writing count. See, this same type of output you will get. Okay, so this is the way to write derived table. Okay, so this is simplest form. So logic is same, but this is something getting confused. Okay, so this is simplex form. This is the actual query. From this query I am manipulating some logic. Okay, so derived table means it is used to simplify complex queries. Okay. From that you can write anything. Okay, so again, if you want to put this entire query into another derived table, you can put it. B, you can give some alias name B. Here select star from. Okay, so here you can give where count greater than 5. See this, I am going to get these two records only. Okay, so this derived table that is applicable for select queries only. That means in this derived table I can use select queries only. Okay, so here you can insert, you can write the insert queries. That means the derived table result you can able to insert into some tables, but you can't write here insert queries or other queries. Okay, so that is the restriction. You understand what is derived table?
Yes, sir.
Yes, just writing the complex queries in simplest way by using these derived tables and assigning alias names to that results. So this result will store in A, and this entire result will store in B. Okay.